Hello, Oh lord, I need to put my headphones on. So technically we have 2 hours today. Absolutely 2 hours. Because after that I will need to get ready for some other stuff that I got today. So yeah, we're gonna retry that. We didn't go that far the last time because I practically couldn't. But it should work this time, I believe. Because at least it's green and not red. Um, by the way, I'm gonna like publish about after that on my YouTube channel. I need to admit that I'm live. Hold on. But besides that, I'm probably gonna suffer a little bit on next week because next week I'm pretty much spending my time at home. For the sake of people wondering if I um ever gonna stream this summer, if if my laptop can survive and it's going to be fine, then maybe. But I guess I'm gonna become a less play channel for now because my internet is kind of against me. At home, I'm not at home right now. Okay. I know doing that. All right. So just a warning for myself and for the future people that will watch my channel on YouTube or Twitch. I'm not gonna stream the whole summer unless my laptop, unless it's something that I can do on my laptop, and yeah. But otherwise, you're suffering because I'm suffering because I will need to edit stuff. All right, let's start the game again. By the way, I really like the sound design in this game. I'm not surprised the sound design is so good because the person who made this game makes songs. It's like vocalized, well, not vocalized, synthesized vocal cords, I believe. I'm not sure. I did hear. I did hear a few songs. I'm not sure if the game is connected to the way to the lore in the music, but we will see. I know only one song actually. Well, I know multiple songs, but I listened only to one because I really liked only one of them. Did you know that our sun is a very unusual star? To start with, it's a yellow dwarf. It was constituted for just 7 to 10% of all stars in the universe. It's an outlier even among both. Most yellow dwarfs are primarily covered with dark spots. The sun isn't. The majority of its surface is bright. In fact, it has 3 times the number of light spots than it does dark spots. Astrology, or astronomy, both actually. Sure, its overwhelming brightness index is nothing special. You could even call it underwhelming compared to other stars of its type. But even so, it works harder than most to shine as bright as it can. And I find that really cute. I don't remember where I read about this. It must have been some newspaper from years ago. It's actually pretty nice art and everything. I like the animations. I like the sound. But that small place of trivia still pops in my mind whenever I look up at the morning sky. It's not much of a view, to be honest. Not much of a sky. Not much of a sun. I guess that's the kind of region it is. Some people say the sun is just lazing around in our parts, but it's a constant snow. But people that go around saying that, well, they clearly haven't read the newspaper. The more I thought about things like that, and the more I learned, the more I realized how incredible everything is. I'm not just saying that to mean amazing, I mean improbable. You can't deny the world is full of great coincidences. It's to the point where I've begun to ask myself how much of it we can attribute to pure chance. The universe was so kind as to give us both a star and a planet as the perfect conditions for sentient life. Just the slightest fluctuation in the composition of our atmosphere, as the size of the globe or the distance between Earth and the Sun, and none of us, none of the beauty surrounding us, would exist. Some would call it a miracle, and of course, that's a lovely way to put it. But isn't that giving the world we're living in too little credit? Ah, but it's not that I subscribe to the anthropic principle or anything. I'm not so arrogant as to believe the universe exists just for our sake. Or rather, I'm not so sure it exists solely to be observed. When a baby is born, it's not preoccupied with how it is perceived. As that conscious need emerges later, as a child develops self-awareness. Until that point, its curiosity is aimed at its surroundings. So if anything, it's the opposite of what the anthropic principle entails. We're social creatures, so the need to be observed makes sense for our survival. But to say the universe itself shares that priority just doesn't make sense to me. Also, you can also think about it this way. A child is curious about the world because it perceives the world as external. But what if the child is the world? What if all that it could ever observe existed within itself? What can the all-encompassing universe be curious about? There is nothing but itself, so nothing but itself. There is nothing else to care about in the whole wide world. It is a world. Duh. Ah, wait. Now this makes perfect sense. If I put it like that, I guess the universe has no choice but to be self-centered. That looks like a school. Even if this wasn't the case when it was born, what if the universe developed a desire to be pursued by others as it matured? It's the same way that a child would. And what do we do when we want others to perceive us as a certain way? We try to mold ourselves accordingly. Ah, I think I get it now. As the universe gradually felt the desire to be seen. It wanted to be admired, loved, and observed, because there is nothing more a world can do but to observe itself. It's the best and only pastime there is, as far as the world is concerned. And if observation is good, more observation is even better. Of course, an endless universe can observe itself endlessly. We can say that its observation value equals infinity. I love philosophy. I did philosophy in high school for the finals, actually. Um, I understand philosophy, and I try to really understand what is spoken right now, but my mind is gonna be so overwhelmed if the whole game is just philosophy. To be fair, it's not as bad as Aristotle. That will may seem obsolete, but it isn't really. Not in mathematics. Infinity plus one exists. Its valence as the universe could never reach as a singular, albeit infinite observer. So it had to create new, finite observers to add to its infinity. It needed to create sentient life. Sentient life is a plus one. Okay. When I put it like that, it sounds like all of us are extras at a party. No, isn't that fun? Sure! With vast matter, universe changed itself so meticulously to make new observers possible. It fine-tuned all of its systems so precisely, just to have us here. It worked so hard just to share its one joy with us. Us. Worthless. Us. Worthless insects. Oh no. Oh no, this can't be. That's cute. That's really cute. I should have expected this. I should have known the infinite universe would be infinitely cute. This world truly is wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Oh, it's it's a Russian name. Well, Slavic name, Eastern Slavic name, not necessarily Russian. I'm so sorry. Ira Krachevskaya is missing. Oh, we are playing as Asya. 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 Hold on. Asya is correct. Oh, fuck. I look up for my thinking. Hello, how runs through the class. Krachevskaya? What? Seriously? She's just skipping. Nah, she ran off with that one guy. You saw? No, but come on. You know her. She's totally. Silence. The teacher taps her journal on the desk. Ira's parents filed the report yesterday night. They haven't seen her since she left for school. Another round of whispers. The teacher raises her voice. So if any of you have any information that might help in finding Kira, please report it to the teacher's office or the police after class. That is all. On to the lesson. A chair creaks in the back. Okay, Vadim. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna be a bit annoying. I'm going to be very annoying actually. Because I see a name that is clearly Eastern Slavic, and I know how to pronounce it. I know how to read it because I know Russian. So I'm gonna be like pronouncing the names as a Russian person would pronounce them, but read everything in English. I see where my friend was like, "Oh, it's a shame that it isn't in Russian." I'm like, "Why?" Well, actually, I knew that the author is either Russian or whatever, but I didn't think the author will make a game that uses Russian names. All right. Wait, you really expect us to just study like normal after hearing that? Yeah. Yeah, we're shocked, you know. We're worried sick. Seriously? Our classmate's missing. Our friend. Our Irichka. Zero feels with her positive giggles. Hold on, I'm gonna save. Um, I think it's a good time to mention something. I have error speech. Or speech error, fuck. I have speech error. I can't pronounce a certain sound. It's not noticeable in English. It's not noticeable in French either. It's very noticeable in Russian and other Slavic adjacent languages. It's very noticeable in Spanish because apparently Spanish people like to make it sound hard. So I can't pronounce the R sound. I can't. I can't. It's just a nightmare to me. And usually it's not that bad, but it's summer and my vocal cords are suffering. So yeah. Just a warning. By the way, I'm gonna be right back. I need to check something. Sorry, I'm staying in a village. I'm on a babysitting duty. I am taking care of two cats. I just needed to check something connected to them. Cut it out. Garin. Garin. I'm assuming that's the last name. Since it's based on Eastern Slavic, I'm assuming that's the last name. Because in Southern slang they use names, first names. Garin, sit back down. The teacher's voice sounds just as dry as it did when she broke the news. She turns towards the blackboard to write down the date. We all know the situation will probably resolve itself just fine. So let's not act dramatic. If you have anything valuable to say, I'll be happy to hear it in the office. She puts the chalk down and begins the lesson. It's, it's December 19th. A bird flies past the window. Okay, this is fine. Oh, it's really okay. Um, yeah. I can see the vibe. I've been to a physical school in Russia once, in my lifetime, so I don't really know the actual state of it. Um, but it happens sometimes. There is a reason why I haven't been to a Russian school in the past. Because I have been living my life in hospital. This is fine. It's not important, don't worry. Disappearance. Give me a break. And you're supposed to wait 3 days or something? That's a myth. You can file a missing report whenever, especially if it's a kid. Oh yeah? Hey, let's report each other as missing and see who they find first. Huh, you're on! No, but seriously, what is a sudden hubbub? So she didn't come home. Big deal. I started wondering what was her whole thing. Right? They just got Chevska for ya. Bet her parents just want some attention. I don't need any more of that. I mean, you've heard of weird cases. Yeah, never say never. crazy generic. You think she's some crack house now? No way. Do we even have any? I wish. At least there'd be something fun to do. Honestly. Hey. But she's like for sure with a guy, right? The guy? You don't know? Bunch of people have seen them together. Okay. Oh, that's bad. So this is school, obviously. They don't look like children, so I'm assuming teenagers like 16-ish. Oh, that's concerning. She's probably dead. I'm just sitting here like, oh yeah, no, she's probably dead. Like it's nothing. I should be nicer. Okay, that's definitely not normal. Yep. But I'm assuming since she is missing for at least 2 days now. And there is some unknown guy involved. Probably. It's either she's dead or severely injured in ways I shouldn't mention. Oh, I should have probably put a trigger warning. Alright, trigger warning. A chance of explicit dialogue. Or explicit... There's a chance there is going to be a conversation about something not very nice. And I will be censoring it, but it's not a promise. Why should people have seen them together? It's some older dude. He's like, okay, she's dead. 30 or something. Can somebody tell that to a teacher, please? And thank you. Ew! You serious? Yeah, it's so trashy. I slowly walk behind my classmates as we head to the next lesson. It's irritating. The conversation is ticking me off. I'm not sure why. It's not as they aren't making sense. It's not unusual for Ira to wander off somewhere on her own. I'm not treating business with any real gravity. Really, I'm no better than them. There is a taste of war in my head, but isn't directed towards Ira. Instead, when I first heard about her disappearance, the thought that flashed into my mind was rather ugly. Oh? Now nobody will come to save me. Excuse me? Oh, are we playing... Is our character Asya decides to game end? Close. But regardless of what people are saying, and regardless of what I personally think, that's still a missing person. Oh, that explains the weird, by the way. That explains the weird philosophy at the beginning. If she seems like this so much about universe and her placement in the universe, oh god, oh, these are heavy topics from the beginning. Nice, I love this game. Her poor parents must be so worried. Just picturing it makes me feel glum. I'm not surprised Eva will just run off somewhere without telling anybody, but still. Balls. It's not like we've ever been friends. It will be stranger if I act that I'll turn up about it, right? She's just that kind of a person. Always getting herself in trouble. Always hanging out in places she's not supposed to be at. They are right. It wouldn't be the first time Eva left for God knows where. But is it really true? The stories they said about that older man, I've never even I've never seen or heard anything like that. Even so this whole time. I suppose it's plausible, knowing how some girls are. Even so, I'd never have thought Eva will be the type to be love-struck like that. Love-struck, huh? When I put it that way, then it's almost... Yeah, it's most definitely cute. We are mentally unstable. Good to know. Eva in love. Forbidden love too. Wow, I'd never have guessed. Never took that girl for a romantic. But she's a girl at the end of the day. And she does like worse types of books. So perhaps she was planning to elope all along? Ugh, crap. Crap, it sounds so complicated. I'm really torn on this. I really am. On one hand, it's super romantic. Such beautiful, young love with no regard for what anyone thinks. It's so incredible. It's incredibly cute. But on the other hand, I'm really sad. It's selfish and it's dumb. But if Evie is really gone, it's like I've got nothing to hope for anymore. Are we mentally unstable and have a crush on Ira? Hey, Shubina! So we are Asya Shubina. Asya. 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 I'm not sure. Yeah, no, you know anything about this? No. Why would I? Well, you two are pretty close, right? Their whole group chuckles. You weren't? No. No, not at all. Really? I thought you two were dykes. Dykes? Dykes? What? They all erupted in laughter. We weren't. We didn't even talk. Wazim, you dumbass. Grachevska is screwing the old guy. She ain't like that. I do. Some chicks swing both ways. Okay, so we are... Huh. That explains why our character wants to game end, probably. You never know these days. I don't... It's... Haha, look at her face. Chill out, Shubina. You're just kidding, jeez. Why are you getting so scared anyways? You really less or something. Oh, that's hard. That's a mean word, probably. I'm not... They just keep laughing. Yeah, pretty much normal experience in Eastern Slavic schools. What can I even say to that? No matter what I do, they just keep laughing. If Ira came in through the door right now and heard what they were saying, oh, hell won't break loose. I mean, she only disappeared a day ago. She's probably just coming late today. She doesn't even know there is a missing record. Maybe she has already left her lover's place. Maybe she's trudging through our snowy schoolyard as we speak. No, she's already inside. She's already left her bed, puffy jacket in the cloakroom. And now she's going down the corridor. Up the stairs, to the left. That's right, she's coming. She's gonna stop in any minute now. Right, that's it. I hear her. I can hear her footsteps. She's coming. Ira's coming. What's with that face? Look, they're holding in the shit. Okay. So the school's bully. He's the bully. Great. Good to know. Just totally a... girl loving girl. Um, I'm not. I've never talked to her. I told you. As the steps walk past the classroom, I sit there closer as it doesn't sound like her at all. It never sounded like her in the first place. Well, maybe not with her, but like in general. Yeah, you don't have a boyfriend, right, Shubina? Why is that? Huh? I don't know. I just... They're teenagers! Why would you have a boyfriend? Oh, I'm so mean. I would have hated if a person was to like, hey, do you have a boyfriend? I'm like, no. And then make fun of me and call me words. Like that I'm into girls or something. Okay, Sarah's wrong about one part, but I don't have a partner because I don't care. Because I want to concentrate on studying. Dude, look at her. Be real. Come on, don't say that. What? You wanna be her boyfriend? Hey, Shubina, wanna go out with Igor? Igor? Oi! What? Come on, he's a great guy. Right, Igor? You treat her right. Piss off, man. I'm not... Excuse me? I'm not doing this. I bite my tongue. Sarah go again. Bad habit. It's not like it works anyway, so why do I keep doing it? I put down at my desk and start mindlessly flipping through the textbook. I need to stop indulging fantasies like that. It just makes me feel stupid every time. If Eva came in through the door and beat them up right then and there, would it really help my case? This probably keeps saying the same things behind her back. And to my face. I guess this really would be for the worst. Yeah, I shouldn't have wished for that. If Eva saw that, it would just add fuel to the fire. So it's a good thing that she didn't interfere. It's a good thing. It's a really great thing. Oh. Okay. So she does like her? Maybe she's bi. At least these guys don't bother me for the rest of the day. Everyone's too preoccupied with gossip. I can't focus on studying, Lisa. I keep thinking. It's the last time I saw Eva. As the teacher says her parents saw her leaving in the morning. But she didn't show up to class. That part's nothing new. Eva has always had a bad attendance record, so I assume she skipped as usual. And went to see that man they talked about. Did you go to him right away? Because in that case, yesterday evening. Oh. Go home, Asya. The teacher's office? Was it? I'm kinda scared of going straight to the police. But I should. I should probably report that. Not sure if it will be of any help. And for some reason the idea of telling anyone what I saw, something about it just doesn't sit right with me. There is no logical reason for that. I need to get over myself. Sure, she's probably fine. I know that. Freaking everyone knows that. But if she is not, well, I'm gonna regret it big time. Oh, but I might also be turning star-crossed lovers apart. If Eva really ran away to be with someone that she cares about so deeply, away from society's ridicule, would it really be right to ruin it? Yes! She is a child, probably around 16, I believe, and she was reported to be seen with a 30-year-old guy. Yes! You should talk to teachers, please. Crap. I have to admit, I'm also a little judgmental. I mean, it's really beautiful. I don't believe it's a judging one like that is ugly, ugly, ugly. But I never start to consider it closely. I just can't brush off how my shoulders that man is. I just can't. Really no better than the rest. Wait, that's it. So that's why I don't want to tell anyone about what I saw. Most of the good in me screening. Don't ruin their good fortune. They're probably so happy to cancel right now. It's none of your business. Please tell the teachers. Gosh, yes, that must be it. That explains everything. Should I follow my heart then? Should I keep silent? No. No, please don't. I'm gonna save just in case. It's not as if what I had seen will make a difference. It was kind of inconsequential. There's no point in telling anyone about it at all. It's not the kind of information that points to any particular location or culprit. Not that there is one. So let's keep silent and everyone will be happy. I'll be happy. As a good rational me will be happy. As a cold reasonable will be happy as well. Yep. Good job, Basia. You solved it. It sure is nice to have a clean conscience. Oh, no need to laugh around here any longer. Guess I better head home. Counterpoint! What if, and bear with me here, what if Eva is actually missing? Despite the laws, there's always a possibility that she is in danger. If there is even a teeniest chance that my report will happen finding her, then that info is worth providing. And if she really did love her beloved, then my testimony won't change a thing. It's worthless at worst. That's true. If I carefully weigh the pros and cons, that off chance of Eva being in danger, my worst being the key to saving her makes for a strong argument. Whoa. My worst being the key to saving her. Wow. Yeah. That would be so amazing. And then I'd come and visit her in the hospital. And she wouldn't know how to thank me. She'd say I shouldn't have. How? She'd say, I told you to leave me alone, Deme. But then I just shake my head and respond, it's nothing. I was just doing what I was supposed to. No. Gotta come up with something cooler. I'll need to think about that. Wait. Why is she in the hospital? Do I hope Eva ends up in the hospital? Jeez, of course not. I don't like the grin in my eyes. I didn't need my freaking testimony to save her. I hope my testimony is useless because she's already home. Or is calling home, telling her parents how happy she is with the love of her life. That's what I hope for. I just keep having stupid thoughts today. At least I know what I should do now. I've made my decision. I'm going to the teacher's office. Where was it again? I doubt they expect anyone to come. I'll probably look kind of silly. Won't be the first time. Well, who cares? Walking. Down the staircase, to the right. Down the hall. That's the teacher's office. Oh! There is Russian. История школы. События, даты. Мы в памяти будем по жизни нести. Oh, I go. There's a girl sitting there, right by the door. I think I've seen her before. Is she an upperclassman? Oh lord! They are 16 each. Our town is really tiny, and so is our school. If I were a better person, I would know her name. She turns to look at me. I'm not sure what she's expecting, so not a little. Is there a queue? A queue? To the office. Oh no. I'm just waiting for someone. Okay. Hey! What? You're Asya, right? Uh, yes. How did you know? That's kind of a loaded question. How do we know anything? Uh, I mean, it's not like we have lots of faces to remember here. Yeah, no, me too, right? Um, sorry. Really? That's what I was talking about. It's not that I didn't care to remember everyone's names. I just don't know where other people get them from. As this is that entire cities like this, everyone knows each other. But that's just not true. We learn about the people outside of our immediate circle through gossip or common friends. But I haven't made any new ones since the date class. Tosha left. Tosha? 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 And gossip. Sure, sometimes I will hear my classmates shouting about this and that, but I don't like listening to them. I don't like their voices, so I try not to pay them too much attention. Wait, when I put it like that, it kinda does sound like my fault. My point is that people regularly irritate the idea of everyone knows everyone. The word everyone doesn't include me. The name is Marina. Oh, she's evil. Maybe. Oh, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. Yeah, I got something to share about Krashevska? Did you know? What do you mean how? We had an announcement, same as you. That all has to report to the teachers and all. Ah, let's see. For some reason I thought they only broke the news to us. Eva's classmates. But it makes sense that it was gives the upperclassmen a heads up. Just in case they happen to know her. Which means... You also know something about Ira? Yep. Ah, that's great. So I talked to the teachers already. Shot it. Wow. And what did you tell them? That's between me and the investigation. Yeah, I can't just spout info like that out in the open, Asya. The walls got ears. Oh. I understand. Sorry. Okay, well, you don't have to apologize. Crap. I'm making an awful first impression. Not only did I not know her name like I was supposed to, but now I look like I don't know the first thing about vigilance. Oh, am I kidding? I really don't. Let's just go in then. Marina something blocks my path. No, you won't. Sorry? You're not telling them anything. She gestures with her finger to detect of each syllable. Why? Because... Bad feeling stirs up in my chest. Please don't tell me it's gonna be the same thing as my classmates. This is because I acted rude. I didn't mean to. Well, I never meant to. I just can't help it, can I? You're just mad, and I've already managed to mess everything up. Damn it! Desperate search for a sense of mockery, but really, I can't find any. I've been waiting for you. Huh? Surprised? Of course I am. No, wait. This has to be some stupid ruse. I'm going to believe his comments and she will just laugh in my face about it. I'm serious. Eva told me about you. Really? Yeah. Oh gosh, they talked about me? Wow. Shocked Marina is being as fat as she is, considering the kind of description Eva could give. Wait, does this mean she is a friend of Eva's? For some reason I never thought about her having any. This not at school. That was really presumptuous of me. I wonder what Eve is like when she's with friends. I know you saw her yesterday. Uh, I figured you'd want to report it, so I ran here as soon as classes ended. I figured you'd want to report. Uh, I guess it'd be easier to catch you between lessons, but I got so caught up in all of those stupid rumors. It kinda slipped my mind. She knows. But hey, what matters that it all worked out? Um, so why are you stopping me? Aha! Well, Irina looks around the empty corridor before lowering her voice. If you tell them about yesterday, you'll make everything worse. Huh? Let's not talk about this in front of the office, okay? Come on, let's go. She takes a step back and beckons me with her hand. I'm not sure what she has in mind, but it doesn't seem like a prank. Still, wait! I know Ira's probably fine, but isn't it better to play it safe? It's the first of issue all we know with everyone. Quiet, you! I just said we shouldn't talk about this stuff where the others can hear. Ah! Irina grabs my hand and starts dragging me down the corridor. She isn't exactly what being quiet either. All of my stumbled Protestants are weeks and might as well be quiet news 2000 ago. Yes, I spent half the day doubting whether I should report at all. So what? I carefully examined my options and came to my own conclusion. I decided to see it through. I decided to testify. But some part of me is relieved that the ultimate choice was made for me. I mean, that silly gut feeling Z.A.T.O came with reason has come out and talked. So there was something to it in the end. So I was right. My heart was right. Sure, I can't actually know that, since I'm yet to hear what Mahina has to say. But this can't be pure chance, can it? And if it's not, what does it actually hinge on? Did Mahina show up because the world needed to stop me for the sake of something more important? Or did Mahina show up because I subconsciously wished for something, for anything to stop me? I can't read. I'm 1 hour in and I can't read. What's wrong with my eyes? My eyes are tired. At least we are going pretty far. Yes, I do want to save. Did you guys notice that I'm a person that saves too much? Yeah. I tend to save every 10 minutes. I played once a VN similar to Ace Attorney. And my computer kept crashing. Like, it won't restart, crashing. And one time I forgot to save for like half an hour, and I lost so much progress, I was so pissed off. Whatever it was, I guess I took my biz after all. I think I'll stick to the grinder Naruto angle for the time being. The wrong betting itself to the will of some worthless canard is a preposterous idea. But it wouldn't be the first time for me, would it? And the fact that the world, for any reason, has decided to guide me towards the right path is also endlessly sweet. Down the stairs, to the lobby, to the courtroom. I don't resist anymore. Mahina drags me along, and I can feel my doubt turning to excitement. This is definitely the right path. This girl knows about Eva. I want to know more about Eva too. The whole wide world wants me to know. I believe it disconnected to the music consumption. Oh, title. Episode 1. Ira. She's probably dead. Or severely injured. Or hurt in other ways. What was that? What the hell is your problem? Everyone is looking from Eva to Garin. The chairs that just crashed on the floor next to the boy, barely missing him. Huh? Huh? Grachevskaya, the fuck? Is she insane? Somebody calls the teacher. Oh. Not paying any mind to the commotion that has filled the classroom. Eva turns towards Garin. Her face is contoured with rage. She's beautiful! At least. Also, I like their uniform, kind of. It goes early 2000s. Before he can react, she rips the notebook from his hand and slaps it on my desk. I has telegram Fontaine. Read that again and I will kick your teeth in. Huh? Are you nuts? Eva doesn't respond. For a second, she just glares at him, then turns around and stomps back to her desk. The classmates who were caught up in a laughing fit just a moment ago are now watching her in a silent bewilderment. As I scoot out of her way as she retrieves her bag and heads towards the door. Crazy bitch. She ignores him. Grachevskaya, where are you going? Hey! Eva forcefully pushes past the teacher. You... Grachevskaya! What do you think you're doing? Your parents will hear about this. Yep, very Eastern schools. Her threat falls on deaf ears. Everyone knew Grachevskaya. She has always been like that, I think. No, not throwing chairs around. Eva had no regard for the rules that everyone's supposed to follow. I guess I call someone like her a problem child. If I wasn't medically restricted, I would have been a problem child. Probably. I have anger management issues. Oh my god, I'm lightheaded. What's wrong with my blood pressure? Oh, I like the music. Her parents got a lot of flack for it. It's not normal in a town like ours. Not just because of its small size, but because of its, let's say, exclusivity. Barcuda 5 prides itself on its virtually non-existent crime rate, but it's a natural consequence of nobody being allowed to enter or exit without a permit. Oh! Oh! Is this like a... In Russian it's called военный городок. Is this like Z.A.T.O? How do I address that? Городок is like a small city. Военный means warlike, or for war reasons. I can describe. It's a place where soldiers with families can reside. There are smaller like cities, towns with like that were initially built to have soldiers reside, but eventually it evolved in normal cities. But because it's small, it's yeah. I can't explain it. You're lucky to be here, to have a salary higher than the national average, to have access to goods people in the neighboring towns can't even dream of. If you can't afford such a privilege, last time I checked, our population hasn't even hit 6,000. Soon someone like Ira appears on this tiny society's radar. She isn't just innocent delinquent. She's a puzzling stain on a community that's meant to be spotless. Or not. It's either a военный городок, because it's small in size and has like limited people, limited stuff. Or like based on the pictures, I'm assuming it's more of a военный городок, or it used to be one and then it went in a normal city. But it's first time I'm hearing that there is a city that doesn't have any crime rate. This is bullshit. Like a bit that's sprouted in a painstakingly maintained flower garden. Of course, it's not as if she had appeared out of thin air. It's all in the family, as they say. The blame falls on the people responsible, that is, on Eva's parents. I mean, technically speaking, from psychological viewpoint, if the child acts out in a weird ways, skips classes, etc., it's probably something wrong in the family. So yeah. And the questions begin to arise. Why is Grachevsky's daughter behaving like this? Is her trouble at home? Does he believe this is acceptable? Does he not teach her discipline? Does he not understand how fortunate they are? They've been granted so much, yet they can't do the bare minimum in raising their own child. Do they really want to be here? Do we want them to be here? Oh, it's like a city that has a lot of... Oh, it's a city that like on the front looks perfect, no crime rate, everything is fine, but then you like slowly start looking backstage, behind the curtains and stuff, and you hear all the dirt, and you see all the dirt, all the shit, all the bad that was hidden, that was like not noticeable to a normal eye until you like until something goes wrong. I heard a lot of talks like that. But more after Eva threw a chair at Karin. I didn't get why. Everyone was just having fun, and it was my fault for bringing the notebook anyway. I was hoping to write a little in the library once school was done, but my bag slipped and all of the contents scattered on the floor. Of course I would get curious about it. Of course I'd want to read the silly things aboard. It's not a big deal. It's not like I've ever taken poetry or drawing very seriously. Those are just fun distractions, nothing more. If people laugh, well, what's it matter? What does it matter to me? I couldn't wrap my head around it. I couldn't, but I still wanted to thank Ira somehow. She rarely shows up to school, and even when she does, she can just leave at random. I couldn't get a hold of her for a long time because of that. Well, that. And also I was really scared. Ira has never as much as looked at me. And when she lashed out at Karin, just like I warned you in there. But 2 weeks after the incident, it finally happened. We crossed paths. Went to the bathroom doing some lesson. I think it was math. I came in through the door. Ooh! A smoker. Please don't smoke. Especially if you are underage. Smoking is bad for your lungs and everything. I say, and then I look at my friends who smoke. Let's just say I do tolerate smoking, but I wouldn't recommend doing that. It's bad. It's bad for your health. I understand the part that it's bad for your health. I'm not gonna stop you. I'm not gonna judge you. But I will also not talk about it or participate in the smoking. Because I am not supporting the smoking. Also, she's very freaking beautiful. How do I... Either controls. Advanced dialogue without selecting choices. Hierarchies. Toggle skipping. Page up shows the look. Page down rows for it to later dialogue. Hides the user interface. Takes a screenshot. Oh, I want to take a screenshot. Okay, I have a screenshot. Also, oh my god, this is such a good art. I love that. Which one was it? No. Ash. It was Ash. And there she was, blowing white smoke through the half-open window. I didn't even know she was at school. Oh. Hi. Eva shot me a disinterested look. Hi. My uncle has got a password to one of the stalls. After closing the door, I realized I was so nervous I couldn't do any of my business. So I just sat there, thinking about how I should approach her. It's not like I had some long conversation or formalities in mind. I just wanted to say thanks in theory. It should have been easy. But when I said make me look like a weirdo too, assuming she did all of that for me, it would just make me look self-centered. I had no idea how much time had passed while I was in the stall. Maybe 5 minutes, maybe 20 seconds. But when I heard what sounded like her getting over the windowsill, I swung open the door. Wait! Huh? Oh, she's there. I froze up. She stood next to the window, bag in hand. As I couldn't have wafted through her hair, I had to say something. I got this rare chance. The sword gave me this rare chance to tell her what I wanted. But what am I supposed to say? Thank you? After I just tumbled out of a toilet stall? What? She raised an eyebrow. I just stood there with my mouth helplessly open. As if I just gone mute. As if every word in the Russian dictionary got wiped from my brain. Okay! Thank you, After, for clarifying where we are. Now I can stop pretending that Okay. I've been saying that it's Eastern Slavic stuff. Because I wasn't sure if it's based in Russia or Belarusian or Ukraine or other stuff. So I was like, okay, that's been nice. Whatever. No, wait, please. I took a step towards her, and she drifted away like a worn leper. I didn't know what I should say or ask. I just knew I had to say something, even if it was the first thing that popped to mind. What? What the hell do you want? She looks absolutely stunning. And then the cray. I like your outfit. Isn't it cool? Huh? The windowsill. When you said smoking there, right by the window. I thought, were you called like that? Eh? Shablings. Not really. Maybe a little. Huh? Z.A.T.O. Anything else? No. I mean, yes, I'm sorry that you got in trouble. Huh? Well, I figured you... I heard you got into a lot of trouble after that. No, and going ahead with stupid poetry. I'm sorry for that. She eyed me for several seconds, which to me felt like an eternity. She then sighed and slowly flipped her hair back. And why are you apologizing? That had nothing to do with you. Huh? Oh, well, I guess not. His voice was getting on my nerves. I see. I looked down at the tile floor. I knew that was the case, of course. Not like I was hoping Eva chimed in to defend my honor or anything of the sort. I wanted to thank her regardless of intent, but no matter how hard I thought and tried to word it, everything just came out sounding concrete or wrong. Why does this always happen? As the soles of her boots squeaked against the floor, she spun around and walked towards the door. This time I made no attempt to stop her. Her poetry isn't stupid. Huh? I stood there dumbfounded. Did she just say that? Did I hear it right? Your poetry isn't stupid. Does that mean she likes it? Ira likes my poetry? Ira Graciewska? The bell rang and snapped me out of my short-term stupor. I shook my head. Right, I needed to get back to the classroom. I doubted Ira was going to be at the next lesson. I washed my hands from nothing in particular. Weeks passed. My life didn't exactly change. I went to school the same way. I sat for the lessons, then went to the store, then to the library, for a walk, and then, when it got dark, I headed home. Day after day. Huh? My notebook. I just left to get a snack from the cafeteria. Where did it go? Oh, Shubina! You bored your homework for a second. You don't mind, right? It's fine. Thanks. By the way, is this supposed to be you? I left a scrap of paper after me. Oh no. I forgot I left it in there. No. It's just a drawing. Yeah. Yeah, sure. It really looks like you if you were pretty. It's not me. Whatever you say. Sometimes my classmates joked around with me. When that happened, my thoughts and words drifted to Ira. She still attended classes, albeit irregularly. She always vanished during breaks. I don't know where to, but I wouldn't dare ask. Something told me she'd say, "None of your business," if I did. And she'd be right. But even so, I kept imagining these scenarios in my head. Not just when I was being laughed at. I started doing it when I was walking home from school, or to the store, or just wandering the streets, killing time. I kept thinking about how funny it would be if I bumped into Ira. I thought how interesting it would be if we talked. I even tried to stay out longer. I started to take new routes. It's embarrassing to think about it now. But... Huh? Ira... She just walks past me in the corridor. Not even a nod. Not even a look in my direction. I guess I don't exactly stand out in a crowd, but... No, it's my fault for mumbling. I should have spoken louder. Even so, it took all of my courage just to master that much. Even so, I definitely think she should have heard it. Hey, my team. What? Remember when I gave you 50 kopecks? Kopecks? Копеек? 50 копеек? Что можно купить на 50 копеек? 50 kopecks? Can I have it back? Huh? 50 kopecks? When was that again? Last Friday. Jesus. You remember things like that? Can I have it back? Man, I don't even remember taking it. Sure you're not making this up? Maybe you gave it to someone else. No, it was you. Jeez. I don't freaking know. It's half a rebel. A Hubert. I'm going into Russian side of B. It's half a Hubert. Shubina, who gives a shit? Yeah, why do you care so much? So petty. You probably just lost it or something. I skip snapping to Saturday. It's empty, of course. What am I waiting for? Even if she showed up, what would she do? Mock him in front of everyone? That would be really funny. Hey, stop thinking that. Maybe he really did forget. Who knows? I really shouldn't be upset. It's not that much. Nope, he did not forget. He's just a bully. He's just an a-hole. And you are a child that doesn't know better. You could go grocery shopping with that, but it's not the end of the world. I'm not exactly starving. Lately I've been eating too much junk anyways. Yeah. Maybe if I eat less of this stuff, my skin will clear up. That'd be nice. Ася, you don't use makeup at all, right? No, I don't. You're not allowed to, sir. What are you saying? They allowed it last year. Really? Nobody's gonna send you home foreign. Oh. That's good, I guess. These girls rarely talk to me. They're usually pretty nice, so. At least when they're not joking along with the guys. I think one of them likes Deme. She laughs a lot whenever he says anything to me. I suppose we have very different senses of humor. But you never tried that before, yeah? Makeup? No, never. Seriously? You're like 15 already. Oh. I was close. They're 15. They're children. Okay. I'm not against wearing makeup at 15 or 16. That's fine. Just, I've seen people at high schools that were this age. I've seen people this age, 15 or 16, wearing makeup and look absolutely horrendous. Because the people, these children, look at YouTube and other places and go like, oh, this person who is like 30 years old applies like 50 layers of makeup and looks fine for a 30-year-old. Relatively fine. Let me do the same. Let me use a makeup that a 30-year-old applies to themselves and do the same when I'm 15 or 16. And like, I will absolutely look perfectly fine. No, you won't. You will look horrendous. I get angry when I see a person, a child, practically a child, apply 1,000 layers or so many layers to their face, and then act like, and then pretend they are an adult because they have because like, hey, I have a makeup, I have a right to act like I am an adult. Then I will look at them and be like, oh, really now? So do you pay taxes? I'm so sorry, this is the most adult thing I know, paying taxes. Because it's true. Because I'm paying taxes right now, and it's annoying, and it's a lot of money, and it's stressing me out. And some people go like, no, but I'm an adult, I wear makeup, I legally drink alcohol, because that can happen. That's not something you people. West teenagers think they hide pretty well that they drink alcohol or that they smoke. They don't. People know they smoke. Adults know they smoke. Adults know they drink. It just nobody gives the fucks anymore. 14. Great. This child has game-ending thoughts at 14. And other smokes, and there is bullying, and oh my god. Same thing. You gotta learn to do it at some point. Especially with that complexion. Well, I'm not really... Hey, how about we help you out? Eh? Yeah, just some light makeup, you'll see what it's like. So, if it's like, okay, I'm not against a lipstick. I'm not against a eyeliner. Whatever, fuck it. I'm not against eyeshadows. I'm not against some powder on cheeks. Okay, sure. I'm against using a lot of layers of like with weird creams for bases and skin toning and stuff, and then applying even more shadows and applying even more powders, like to make it, to shape your face, quote unquote, like in a different way, to make it look like it's skinnier or fatter or whatever, or like reshape your nose with shadows and stuff, and then applying very big shades for your eyes, or some people will look good with it. Okay, some people who actually know what they're doing will look good with it. But if you apply so much makeup and you don't know what you're doing, you will look horrendous. I don't know. Come on, it's gonna be fun. Yeah, you're gonna love it. Right, but... Yay! Come here then! I don't think people do unpleasant things on purpose. Nobody wakes up in the morning with a call to make somebody feel bound. I really believe that. If someone is doing something hurtful, they don't fully understand it. So I shouldn't wish bad things on people who don't really know they're being mean. I shouldn't wish for evil to appear and interrupt them, or to scream at them, or punish them, or anything. I can still hear Aaron laughing as I ran out to the corridor. I'm covering my face. I don't need any teacher seeing me like that. At least the toilet's closed so I can wash this mess off quickly. I should stop falling for these pranks, but... sorry. I leave my face off without thinking. Oh no. The hell? Yura checks away from me. I can't blame her. Must look like an insane person. Yeah, I look awful. God, I can't handle her looking at me like that. Oh, I'm sorry. Huh? I ran past her. Run. I just need to get to the restroom. I just need to wash it off. So, yeah, I expected something like this to happen. I expected people to just go, yep. After about a month, reality had dawned on me. I kept telling myself that Eva's actions had nothing to do with me. She told me that much, and in no uncertain terms. She said that, and I kept repeating it again and again and again and again, but I don't believe it. At some level, I still held on to the faint hope that Eva pitied me, that she cared about me for God knows what reason. No, really, what was the reason? Probably she got a classmate she found annoying, one who just so happened to make fun of me. Or not joining in. Or telling me she liked my writings. She didn't even say that much. She said they weren't stupid. Oi! Fake ones clink against my desk. 20. 10. Oh, that's... He returned 50 kopeek! So he remembered? Thanks for the unforgettable night. Everyone around. Everyone around the route and stickers. Hey, you're a cheap deal. Yeah, feel later? Very funny. Oh, please, Shubina, get a sense of humor. Your face is wrecking down the class morale. That's right. You're doing us all a disservice. Think of your classmates for once. So that's bullying. Very normal Russian thing to happen. I believe. Or at least that's what I was told by my friends. At myself believe something will change. I thought about it as if I deserved it. And as if I didn't have it good enough before. As if my life had any real problems. I was just being pretty plain and simple. Getting my house up was some silly coincidence. It's also stupid. I can't help but laugh. But that's okay. No better now. I was being ridiculous. It shouldn't admit to, but better late than never, right? Got a little too caught up in my own little world. And hey, even if it didn't amount to anything, I can still appreciate those little encounters with Eva for what they were. Brief but wonderful moments. What reminisce about one time I looked out and saw Catherine all scared and confused. That one time somebody gave my work a compliment, backhanded as it was. I got myself because everyone does that. I don't know if it's worth the things that I look back on with a smile. It's a beautiful in the sun, and is it not? Our whole lives are a series of episodes, both good and bad. It doesn't matter if they grow into a bigger story, because each one has a lot of merit of its own. It's something I should learn to be content with. It's something I've been perfectly content with until now. Until I decided that what I had wasn't enough. Speaking objectively, what is there to complain about? No, seriously. I live in the prettiest part of our vast country. I have a comfortable roof over my head and even my own room. I have 2 living parents. I have wonderful hobbies to enjoy, paper to write on, books to read, TV to watch. I buy myself treats almost every day after I'm done with school. I have good grades, and teachers tell me I have great potential. My classmates also recognize how studious I am. I help them with their studies when they ask me to. That's right. I've got classmates that I can always talk to. Guys I can laugh along with, even if their jokes don't always land. And if my sense of humor isn't the best. All of this. I have all of this. Right here. Right now. Everything that a girl my age could ever ask for. So why did I act as if that weren't enough? Why the hell did I... You idiot! Huh? What? Hold on. I'm gonna save. And recheck controls because of page up, shows the log. Okay, page up, page up, page up. So, what the hell did I even... Okay. Why the hell do you always get along with some bullshit? I'm so... Eva looks like she's going to slap me. And that things her word against the snow of him. I don't know. What's that? What's that? She then turns to me and starts carefully slapping clumps of snow stuck to my coat. My whole body feels slightly numb. When I start to speak, my voice comes out quicker than expected. Eva, I didn't know I was here. Doesn't matter. I heard that Askel Karen giggling about it. Can you stand? Yeah. I clumsily get up, my lips feel rigid. I know you shouldn't sit unconstrained when it's cold. I wouldn't normally. But there is nowhere else to sit near the school's backbenches. My legs were starting to get tired. I half-heartedly shake the snow off my skirt and ties. The flakes fall gently on the ground below. I look at Eva. her face is... Uh-huh. The word concern flashed in my hand. Already long I'm not good at judgments like that. I shouldn't be presumptuous. It's a bad habit of mine. I shouldn't flatter myself. I shouldn't. But the question escapes before I manage to keep myself through. So why are you here? What do you mean why? I told you Karin was bragging about sleeping to use that stupid letter. Oh, that's not what I'm talking about. Huh? Oh, this doesn't have anything to do with it, does it? As soon as I said out loud, I realized I messed up. I really did. Now she's going to punch me. If she's going to punch me for real, she's going to punch me and then no respect to me again. I don't even say sorry. I just bring myself at the entire blow. Physical, verbal, doesn't care. Have I then? No, not really. It doesn't concern me at all. It's just annoying. Z.A.T.O. Yeah. He pissed me off. And he pissed me off too. I don't freaking get you. You knew it wasn't real. There's no way you believe that, right? Right? I didn't believe it. I'm not sad, stupid. And it's a voice in couple letter. I forgot I was still holding. It's almost a streak in the book. A love letter prank. Really? Who would fall for that? I started such a shriveled up piece of paper and something about its whole existence feels extremely sad to me. You wanna burn it? Huh? I have matches. Oh. No, thanks. It's wet anyway. I fold the letter and shove it into my pocket. It'll get damp inside, but I don't care. And throw it away. A fake confession is still a confession in Zen. True. I never got fake confessed or confessed. Well, technically I did get confession once, but that's in a letter form. But what's still supposed to be written in singular? It's okay. Even if this whole thing isn't real. I met Eva today. Eva came. After all these weeks of praying, Eva came. Thank you. Eh? I'm saying that. I smiled at her. Even after I said I had come to terms with it. No, right as I was saying it to you, to myself, to the world, I knew that I was lying. Couldn't throw away that last time scrapple hope I had. As a small, involuntarily thought that crept into my mind whenever I felt slightly lonelier than usual. Even if it took so long, she finally came. I didn't do anything, really. Oh. Flustered. He was flustered. Is she flustered? Really? That's cute. That's just so cute. Uh-huh. What's with you? Right. I'm grinning like an idiot. Sorry. I'm fine. Whatever. I'm going home. What? Already? Here gives me a quick once over. You... take care. Yeah. Okay. Bye-bye. We waved at each other and I watched her disappear behind the corner. I hesitate. Maybe I shouldn't. It feels like there is still so much I want to say to her. I don't know what or why, but I just know that it's a plot. I turn and walk a couple steps in the direction of my home. No. Change my mind. I run back. Crap, my legs are still so stiff. Turns the same corner Eva passed not even a minute ago, and she's already gone. I sigh. The snow here isn't deep enough to leave footprints. Not that bit is desperate enough to follow. Huh. Why does she always live in such a rush? I feel lightheaded right now. It's okay. My life didn't exactly change. I went to school the same way I said for the lessons. As I went to the store, sent to the library for a walk. And then when it got dark, I had at home. Day after day. Sometimes my classmates joked around with me. Whenever it happened, my trust and voluntarily drifted to Ire. I sat and voluntarily drifted to Ire. She still attended classes, albeit regularly. She always finished during breaks. I didn't know where to, and I wouldn't dare ask. Something told me she'd say, "None of your business," if I did. And she'd be right. But even so, I kept imagining those scenarios in my head. Not just when I was being laughed at. I did it when I was walking home from school, or to the store, or just wandering the streets, killing time. I kept thinking about how funny it would be if I bumped into Ire. I thought how interesting it would be if we talked. I even tried to stay out longer. I started to take my new routes. And as naive as it was to behave that way, I kept doing it. Again and again. Walking and walking, praying and obeying. Do you assholes ever shut up? Huh? Ah, this bitch. Nobody saw me enter the class. Everyone was too busy whistling and laughing. And she caught me in a really dumb pose. Well, that's on me. I wouldn't have chosen there if I knew she'd see me like that. So, choosing to fun playing with these guys. Not sure what's worse. Oh well. I'm saying always, but I got what was coming to me. I chose to embarrass myself, and as I did so, I kept begging, wishing as hard as I could for Eva to appear. And so she did. And now, despite the overwhelming shame, I felt so happy that I might explode. Eva moved to her desk, preparing me a passing glance. Sorry. Elizabeth was scared over all out of her way, only Garen doesn't. Move. Nah. Let's rush. Can't play with us two. Huh? Dude, you serious? Come on. Have some fun for a change. Look, Shubina's having fun. Right, Shubina? Please don't look. Yes. See? Ira doesn't flinch. Out of my way! Oh, what? Gonna throw a chair at me? Terra in surprise, Ira calmly puts her back on the nearest desk. She starts digging through it without saying a word. Garen lets down an awkward chuckle. What? Got a grenade in there or something? She looks at him. What is... Karen jumps back, bumping into another student. What the fuck? Everyone shifts away. What was that? Huh? What the hell? You... Something similar shines in Ira's arm. I'm saving that. О, заточка. А нет, циркуль. It's a bow compass. Is that... Are you serious? She doesn't say anything. The room fills with low murmurs that quickly turn into cheers. Psycho, nutcase, crazy bitch. He even lowers the compass and makes her way to her desk, looking unpleasant. It's just like last time. Eva says me without acknowledging my existence. Maybe someone lingers. No, most people will think she didn't plan on helping me at all. And that's what I'm inclined to think as well. Yet, my invisible heart is still elated. I'm getting some really silly thoughts. So Asa developed a crush on Ira. Oh, cute. And Ira accessed Tsundere. I wonder if it's forbidden love story. So 2 times when Ira lashed out at Karin, were the 2 times she saw him laughing at my expense. That can't be a coincidence, right? Of course it can. It was only 2 times. 2 times and weeks apart. You'd be an idiot to think otherwise. Yes, I guess you're right. It's only a logical train of thought. I should agree. I would agree. If only... I didn't do anything, really. If only Ira didn't show up that day. It's been 2 weeks since then, and I hadn't stopped replaying that moment in my mind. Over and over and over and over and over. I didn't get sad about Ira ignoring me at school or anywhere anymore. Because in that moment I got all the justification I could ask for. It was everything I could have hoped for. But still a very greedy person. It's still not good enough. I still kept looking for her when I'm out. It's almost ridiculous how hard it can be to catch a person in a town this small. So at some point I started to wonder. I saw my classmates regularly just out and about, strolling along the main street, at the courtyard, at the community center, at the store, at the cafe. They weren't hard to run into. But it was as if Ira spent all of her free time at home. Which could be the case, but didn't sound like something she would do. From what I heard and could assume, she didn't have the best relationship with her parents. Spending hours on end in a home like that every day. No, I really doubt that. The other, more probable option was that she preferred the outskirts. Maybe she didn't want to be bothered. That sounded like her. Well, despite that being highly likely, I was hoping to just that. Bother the heck out of her. I felt almost brave about it. Yuri could totally get pissed. She could push me away. She could even attack me. Whoa! But for some reason I really didn't think she would. Huh? My breath halted. Oh. Hey. Hi. Someone's new is a research institute to expel hot air. Research institute? Oh. Oh yeah, it is connected to the music. Nobody really goes here. Except for the staff coming out for a smoke. I never ran into it, but the ground here is littered with cigarette butts, so that's a safe bet in my book. Why is Eva here of all places? Again? How many times can you buy into stupid pranks? Is the seriousness you all the way here? What? Ah, no. I didn't get any letters after that. I'm just taking a stroll. A stroll? Here? Yes. Okay. Eva gives me an incredulous look. Do you like... smoke? No, I don't. Why? It's a smoking area. Yes. I know that. You wanna try some? Please don't smoke! What? Smoking? Mm-hmm. No, thank you. Okay. She shrugs. But... awkward start. I've got a tent here. I need to just... And what about you, Ira? What about me? Why are you here? Were you at the institute? Yeah. Something like that. Something like that? My mom works here. Oh. That's important. She forgets her lunch sometimes. Oh. You bring her lunch? That's what I said. That's so sweet. I mean, it's really nice to look out for your mom. It's whatever. It's not. No, it's not. Okay, so it's not военный городок. It's a city with research purposes, potential human experiments based on what I know from the songs. It's all I heard about her family. The fact she still goes out of her way like that. It's really amazing. It's the thought of doing something like that for my parents has never crossed my mind. I mean, if I were told to deliver something, I would. But Ira's different. She wouldn't do something just because she was ordered to. She'd have to really care about it. Crap. That proves it. Ira and I weren't cut from the same cloth. When I spend my days looking for excuses to stay for the minute I have to come home, Ira is cooking, packing lunch, and carrying it to the edge of town. That goes against everything I've heard, but it makes so much sense. That's why I never see her on the street. That's why she doesn't have the time to sit at the cafe. That's why she doesn't idle away at the community center. That's why she's such a caring person. That's why I'm such a piece of trash. No. Ooh. I like that. No. She only said her mom forgets her lunches sometimes. Lunches are prepared in advance. It doesn't take long to get to the institute, even if you walk from the other side of town. Yes, that's true. She'd still have plenty of spare time. This doesn't work. This explanation doesn't work. Oh? What the fuck? Ira walks back into the building. Do you really need an explanation? It's none of my business. I'm not so delusional as to believe you're close enough to share something like that. That'd be nice, but it's not how things work. Things work like this. When Ira's in the room, Karen doesn't talk to me as much. When she isn't, we should be. Your friend's not here today. Who do you think? Oh, she isn't really my friend. You're pitiful then. Pitiful? Hey, that's spot on. You can't make her harmless joke around a chick without her frank conniption fit. It's annoying as shit. They think we're friends? Well, not really. But looks like they've picked up on it. On Iri reacting like that to me being used as a laughing stock. So it wasn't just me. It's not just my wishful thinking. That's nice to hear. And if I still don't know for sure. It's the most comforting thing I've heard out of Karen's mouth to date. At least she barely shows up. Yes, I'll probably kick her out before New Year's with that attendance record. Good riddance. That's right. Yeah, I can't possibly be meeting the minimal attendance requirements. I don't know about her grades, but... Wait, I don't think they can expel her. Huh? Why not? There's the only school in town. Where else is she going to go? Damn. Good point. Phew. Well, her parents can just send her away. You mean to another town? Yeah. To a relative or something. But... No. Oh man, now that you say that. Hey everyone, pretend to be surprised when that happens. No. No. I hate how they're right. I hate that I can see that happening. Everyone talks about it. How Eve is a nuisance to her household. It's been like that for a long time. But still, she forgets her lunch sometimes. That can happen. No! It can't! It's not fair! It's not fair! I can't send her away. She can't go. She's so nice. She cares. She does. Maybe not for me, but for her family. Why would they send her away? That's just too cruel. As I can't do that. If they do, then it will all be all over. Yeah. If they do, then I won't. He just started. I'm gonna be right back. Okay, let's continue. He just started. I don't know that what. I can't even call it talking. I don't know what it is. But it doesn't matter. Even if she just tolerates me. Even if she doesn't want anything to do with me, I don't care. This can't happen. This physically cannot happen. I raise my hand and look out through the window. The snow is falling gladly on the yard. As the dark pine branches sway under its weight. The long grey clouds glide placidly across the tundra, far past the fences, past the mountain ridge, so far away that I can't picture it. Thank you for the accent. And yeah, Z.A.T.O sounds. I know the outro of the game because I know the songs. I wanted to play the game for a while now, but initially I wanted to play it with my friends, but apparently there is no Russian translation, and I was like, okay, I don't mind playing in English, but my friends don't know English, so I'm the only one playing it in English. Ha. Thank you for the accent. The accent is Russian, technically speaking. Yep, that's true. They are goated. So far away that my mind circles twice around the earth and comes back to the spot I'm sitting in. This world is way too gentle. It's better too kind. It's been too kind to an ungrateful brat like me. So if I were around with worth good graces, why can't a person so much more deserving do the same? What does a person like that have to do? And is there anything that I can do? A bird flies past the window. Yeah. What? I'm really using up all of my luck these days. Eva sits smoking in the girl's bathroom. Just like she did when I first talked to her. Some snowflakes blow into the room and stick in her hair. It's gotten colder. Maybe you shouldn't sit so close. I know I don't like going to classes much, but you can really get kicked out like that. Is that why you came here? To tell me that? I know that. I'm not stupid. I don't think you are. Do you just really not care? Everyone says that you'll get sent away. So your parents will send you to live with a relative. Is that true? Probably, yeah. Of course it's true. I knew it was true when I asked the question. Maybe if you just cleaned up, if you stop skipping now, then maybe you won't have to go. And if you're having a hard time with studies, I can help. We could go to the library or something and then there's 1 month left. It's not gonna work. I get it. My voice is shaking. It's better if I keep staring at my shoes. It's okay. That's about what I expected. Of course I knew it's pointless to cram at this point. It was just an excuse. A selfish place to get some scraps of Eva's time before she goes. Asya, my poor precious baby. I believe it's probably not, but it might be. USSR, it does sound like it, but based on the economy that they talked about, aka 50 kopeek is like half of ruble. If it's cheap and low enough money for a school, then it's either around 90s or early 2000s. So it's either very late Soviet Union time, or it's already just Russia, based on the economy speaking. But also because I don't remember much from the songs, the lore of the songs, but I'm more going towards oh, it is? Oh, okay. Oh yeah, the closed cities are pretty normal, by the way, in Russia and USSR. In Soviet Union, I was actually trying to guess what it was. My best assumption is it's военный городок. It's type of cities that usually harbor soldiers or soldiers based. Okay. USSR 1986. I was assuming it was a военный городок for the soldiers because it's small population and it's a small city. But because she's talking about research facilities and stuff, and because as far as I remember the lore from the songs, it was a long time ago when I heard about it. It might be a specific type of city built around the whole research facility, and it was closed because of the research, which also kind of common, but not really. Hi, I am a history person. I did history for fun. Oh, I should have gone for history, but I can't. I'm allergic to dust. I wanted to go for history for my university, but I'm too allergic to deal with it. I wonder, did I do the same when Tosia moved away? It's only been 3 years, but now that I think back to it, it's also hazy. Tosia. I'm also not sure who is Tosia is and how to pronounce that name. Because I'm in between of calling it Tosha, which is a shorter name for Anton. But it might also be a female name. A hidden city inside the mountains says for research nuclear stuff? Oh, probably. It's fine. if it does exist, it does exist. I'm not gonna deny that. I'm not gonna be surprised it is. So, Tosia sounds like a female name, but it also gives off a Tosha name. And my brain is currently unsure about that. I was a very different person then, I'm sure. At least I probably didn't humiliate myself like this. Hey. A flag bear splitting the atom? That's like a fun flag to have. Why not? Sure. I would love to see it one day. I don't know much about nuclear research, but I'm not gonna deny that it exists. If such a place exists and has such a funky flag, cool. I love that. Thanks. No, I didn't do anything. It was a dumb suggestion. It was nice of you. Nice. Right. She doesn't know. She thinks I'm doing this out of the kindness of my heart. It's just not fair. She really is too good of a person. Are you not going to settle in? Oh, actually, since you're here, have you seen anyone hiding in a diary nearby? Diary? Yes. You know, the one we use for classes. Z.A.T.O got me into researching how Russian names and class thesis works. I think I have a problem. Oh, well, I can explain how Russian names works. We have the first name, since there is a paternal name that you get from your father, and the last name. So, based on what I remember from time I still lived and studied in school in Russia, the teachers and other children usually prefer using their last names towards children and other people because it's more like a respect. But practically, you are showing a respect by using your somebody's last name. For example, instead of calling your classmate, "Hey, Natasha, do you want to go there?" You usually call them by their last name. For example, "Hey, Ribina." Oh God, I can't pronounce that last name. Do you want to go there? But if it's a very close person, for example, your very close friend, you will call them, "Hey, Natasha" or "Natashka," because we got a lot of shorter names for names, I guess. And paternums are usually used for like showing even bigger respect. For example, you call a teacher Natasha Gennadievna, Natalia Gennadievna. This is the correct formulation. Because like you use the first name Natalia, and then Gennadievna is a paternum. It's in the middle. And sometimes you can go just, "Oh, Miss Rybina is a very strict teacher," for example. Yeah. I generally, when I talk to my friends, I prefer using first names or nicknames. But when I talk to somebody who is older than me or who I barely know, I would like, if I know their last name, I will talk last names. Yeah. And about the closed cities, there are multiple types of them. My mother used to live in one. Actually talked about it before. I know one type of closed cities. They're called военный городок. It's like a small city with soldier based on. So soldiers move together in a small city, but they also bring their families there. They get like some accommodations, there's school and stuff, and like you live there with your family, but you are a soldier. There are obviously the research cities that like have very specific research, and the researchers move in there with their families and other type of stuff. It happens. We also got, I believe, near Moscow, near the capital, some sort of city. At least that's what I heard about, like made for students specifically, like for the youth place. But I'm not sure about that one. Yep. Yes, you know the one we use for classes. Maybe you've seen something like that lying around. Oh, diary for classes. It's a fun part, actually. I had one before when I was still living in Russia. So in Russia we have a system. We have like these notebooks where teachers write subjects. For example, we have literature, Russian language, maths, and I don't know, PE that day. And like they're separated in their own like tabs, and then there is like the full name of a teacher, and there is a place where a teacher can put the grade and then write a note. So the grade usually talks about like, so the notes are about if the person did something good or did something bad, additional notes for the parents. And the part for the grades, it's literally the grade you get for the subjects that day, which is fun. It's very interesting part, because you can get a grade for doing the homework, you can get a grade for just speaking up and answering correctly. Like you can get a 5 for doing a good job on your homework. You can get a grade for helping other students. It's complicated, maybe, but it's also useful. And like this, we call them школьный дневник. And since it's based in 1986, right? So they're physical right now in the game. But in Russia, right now in 2026 or whatever we are now, it's more of they are slowly becoming electronic, and you can easily see everything, and the parents can access it. Which became much harder to hide bad grades from the parents and the notes and stuff. But yeah, that's the thing. Maybe you've seen something like that lying around. Hira's expression darkens. Don't worry. You were just playing a game. I guess the guys got a little carried away. I've checked the whole class and the corridors. It's probably somewhere really obvious, but I'm just no good at that kind of stuff. When I hit the Igor's pencil case, I found it right away. Igor. Okay. She throws the cigarette butt out the window and hops off the windowsill. Without saying a word, Eva storms past me, but I grab onto the edge of her dress just as she is about to leave. Wait! I said it's fine. We were playing a game. Really? Please, don't get into more trouble because of me. I wasn't going to. Huh. I have an idea where it is. Oh, we have ways to think about it too. My diaries list our progress and stuff that we take to our parents to stand and pray they don't beat us. Oh yeah, same. Actually, I never experienced the beating part in my life, but have an excuse. First of all, I was not a problem child. Second of all, my parents aren't violent. And third of all, I was not going to school for half of my school time. Not as in skipping school, I wasn't allowed to. For medical reasons, I wasn't allowed to go to school. So, kind of, I looked down on that. But I do know that people, especially parents, can do that. It happens in Russia too, but it's not that often. I believe. I mean, some parents get angry when the grades aren't that good, but yeah, obviously. And usually the notes are like, hey, your child talked. That doesn't require beating. The beating usually comes from bad grades, I guess. It was Garin, right? No. Shurikov. Same difference. Shurikov. That's an interesting last name. Okay. Oh, it sucks going to school when you're sick. Oh my god. My parents are nicer. The medical reasons were more like I was hospitalized for a prolonged time. That's why I wasn't going to school. But yeah, I heard malaria can be pretty bad. So are you alright? Are you okay? She looks out to the corridor, her tag behind. I'm not sure what place Ira has in mind, but it becomes immediately clear when she makes the sharp turn to the right. Wait, serious? She swings opens the door to the boys' restaurant and loudly marches in. Ah! Some poor guy stumbles out, almost colliding with me. Sorry. We are sorry. He turns and shakes his head at me in disbelief. I mean, where is there to say? I follow Ira to the bathroom. The smell is so much worse than this one. Yeah, limited surface area is basically a rite of passage. Ouch. Do care of yourself. Actually, that's just normal. I'm not really good at sympathizing to people because I'm an emotionally checked out person, but good for you to liking the game and supporting. But also remember to take care of yourself. It's important. This is how we found out the mosquito net had a hole in it. Oh, that sucks. We don't really get malaria in where I live, but we do get a lot of mosquitoes. I usually try to kill with pesky things, but yeah. Thankfully, I have either very good health or yeah. But like, person, Marikin, please do remember to take care of yourself and be careful. Yeah. It's important. I look around and see Ira's hand reaching above one of the stalls. There it is. My diary. Right by the tiny window at the top. Ira steps on the toilet bowl. Please be careful. I'm fine. Oh, medical bills. Fun fact. Both in Russia and in where I currently live, you don't have medical bills. Thankfully. The medical insurance covers everything. And the only things that I once needed to pay medically related was for gasoline, because the hospitals that I needed to go was like on the other end of the country. It took us 4 hours to drive, I believe. And I am doing medically better. Just technically, it didn't change what was wrong with me. It still exists. And I have a lot of limitations because of my health. But I am better. And thankfully I don't need to pay any medical bills. Otherwise we will be broke. I'm fine. She grabs onto the flash tank secured by a bow. Then, using it as an anchor, she reaches for the windowsill. Catch! I close the diary in my hands. It's really been here all along. I look up at Ira, who is now awkwardly trying to get down. Wow, thank you. Yeah. Oh. Ira almost loses her balance, but jumps just in time. Isabel makes a loud clank as she hops off. Whoa. Are you okay? Yeah. Let's get out of here. You think it's broken? Dunno. I didn't say anything. Huh? But... how would I be in a men's toilet? Gross. Agreeable. I see. Thank you again. Hi, how did I know it will be in the boys' room? You think Shurek will go into the ladies' room? No. I suspected I put it there. I just didn't have the courage to enter. You can't keep doing this. I know. I should have checked there from the start, instead of running around the whole school like a... No. You can't keep going along with it. It was just a game. It wasn't. No, really. How much trouble would some be in if they lost it? A lot. You need to buy it. And it has all of your grades in it, considering that there is... It's 1986. You'll be in a lot of troubles. Parents would think that you, like, got rid of it or something, or trying to hide something from them. And then the teachers will get angry because they will think that you're trying to hide something from them. And frankly, it's also really fucking hard to repair it and find it, and it's still expensive. It's a lot of money. Because the meeting with the parents and the fee for the meeting there is right about? Yeah. So, well, you don't need to pay a fee. You just need to buy it again. And the teachers need to refill it with like words and stuff. But it takes a lot of time, and people will be angry because... not because you lost it, but because they will think that you're trying to like evade things and stuff. And it gets annoying. Also, in Russia, it's really hard to like, oh yeah, I'm getting bullied, do something about that. People, adults will sometimes just not care about you being bullied. He says my mom keeps getting eliminated when I get it? Probably. I mean, I don't believe I had a physical error. Oh no, I did. It wasn't laminated, but I also wasn't visiting school physically. Yeah. I believe it doesn't necessarily need to be laminated because people need to write in service pants. But it needs to be like, it at least needs to have your name on it. And if you lose it, if you can find it in fairly normal shape, it's fine. But if it's like broken or fucked up beyond repair, yeah, that might get you in trouble. No, really. You were just playing around. Bullshit. You know damn well what they're doing. They're not your friends. I never said they were. Then why don't you tell them to piss off? For once in your life. I can't. You like being a victim that much? It won't get any better if you keep doing this. It'll only get worse. It's not that bad. And I wouldn't... I can't. I can't just say something like that to them. I'm sorry. Why the hell not? Because she's 14? 15? She's a child? And psychologically speaking, she probably grew up with them acting like that the whole time, and yeah. Yeah, they aren't being nice or playing a game, that's true. I think she's just psychologically in a wrong place. Like mentally, she thinks it's fine, probably because she never seen the fine part. She never seen anything different, and to her it's fine. So she stopped caring about it and tries to justify it, which is... it's psychology. I can understand that. It's also stupid because even if she tries to like do it by talking with somebody about it, it's because nobody will give two fucks about it. When I was 14, I was getting into fistfights just because... yeah! That's the thing. Children at 14 or 15, they don't think through the consequences properly. They will get into fights because they just want to. Because they think they can, like... because if they win in a fist fight, it will justify something to them or to somebody else. It will get attention of others. It does the thing. What Asa is trying to do is avoid that. Probably because she never met somebody who like does good in her life. Maybe she doesn't know how actual friends will act. Maybe she doesn't know that. Maybe she tried to work this out before and people around her just ignored her. And Ira will be probably the first person to protect her in a way, but Ira also does that in a violent way. And that's a summary of how Russian schools work to this day, which sucks. Why the hell not? Well, it wouldn't be right, and for the love of... it's not like I never tried it before. Yeah, that. I think Asa is so traumatized that she's deluding herself that she's a problem. That? Or... considering she just said that she tried to work this out before, I'm sure she talked to some adults in the past. Like teachers or her parents, and parents were either dismissing her or said that she was the problem then. And based on like jokes from in the prologue about her quote-unquote crushing on Ira, in Soviet Union and in Russia, LGBT stuff is very frowned upon, especially if it's like in open. I mean, right now in Russia, you can, if it's behind the doors, it's fine. But if you're being open about it, it's not fine. And she was probably being bullied for that, and a lot of teachers don't care about that. Then she would have talked to her parents, and parents were probably dismissing her. And if everyone is dismissing her about that, then she would start thinking the other way around. That it's not that there's a problem, it's that she's a problem. She's a child, and it's psychology. And I really love this game because it's quite accurate. But when I say something, they just make fun of me. And nothing changes. So friggin' what? Who cares what to say? Just don't bother with them. I'm not like you. I can't just do that. I can't act like I don't care when everybody's laughing. I can't look people in the eye like that. And when I go along with it, at least they talk to me. And I know we're okay on your own, but I... So what's your plan? Huh? That's it? You're gonna spend the next 3 years like that? Oh, that sucks. They ignore her and say the boys are just playing around. Next thing you know, she's gone and everyone is wondering why she did. Story of every bullet killed in school. Yep, absolutely. That's exactly what is happening right here. The teachers and the parents are ignoring her and says that the boys are playing. And based on the prologue, based on how philosophical she was like in the prologue, I believe she is already gone mentally. She already wants to game end herself. It just she's still in between of thinking about it and actually doing it. And yeah, when she does that, everyone will be wondering why she did it, because all those refuse to acknowledge psychology, all those refuse to acknowledge mental health issues, all those I noticed that in my parents. I presume it's like Soviet Union thing when people like look at that and go, "Oh, mental health is not a thing. You're depressed? Nah, you're just pretending. If I hit you hard enough, it will leave your head." That's the thing that's happening right here. It's like, yeah. Welcome to both Russia and all of East Asia. It's not just Russia, actually. It's Eastern Slavian. It's Eastern Slavs. It's Ukraine, it's Russia, it's Belarus. It's technically Kazakhstan because it's in very close connection. It's anything that was in Soviet Union. It's not just Russia. And yeah, that sucks. And I believe I've mentioned in the beginning of the stream that game might touch upon hard topics like game ending and potential stuff that is other stuff, and yeah, it can be triggering. Anyways, that's how I got mandatory therapy sessions. Oh, good for you! Therapy is good. It's important. I see. Welcome to East Everything. Yeah! Welcome to East Everything. I wish I could get therapy properly, but at the same time, if I will go to therapy, I know for a fact I will get diagnosed with something that I don't want to be diagnosed. Because it will fuck up my future in a way that I know how it will. Because I know what I have, I know what's wrong with me, and I can work with this without getting into trouble. Seriously. She said sharply. She doesn't even look at it anymore. I get that. I'm also disappointed in myself. Asya. Yes? You know I'm leaving soon. That's right. I understand what she's getting at. The unspoken rule Karen and his friends have been sticking to, holding themselves back when Iga's around. The real, cowardly reason I'm so terrified of her going away. I don't know what to do. Why can't I stop? The hand she's been dealt is much worse than mine. But here I am, whining and clinging to her like a leech. Because you are a child who wants to be acknowledged. That's why you're trying to cling to her. That's why you want her to stay back and not leave. You just want to be acknowledged and protected by somebody. That's fucking normal. And the moment she leaves, you are game ending yourself because yeah. It's obviously happening. And we can't stamp her. Unless she, like, finds a way to get better. Unless she starts fighting back. I shouldn't be the one helping. I shouldn't be the one telling Ira to get her act together. And yet, I can't think of a single thing to give her. Because you printed on her the moment she threw the chair at Vadim. Yeah! It's like, okay, maybe there is the LGBT part involved and people want to build, there is Yuri. Okay, Yuri, fun, I can work with this. But also she's a child, that she wants to be acknowledged and protected, and also, oh my god, Ira's so fucking cool. I agree with that part. Write me a poem. Huh? A poem. Get yours together, first girl. Yeah, sure. I mean, technically, if she starts finally fighting back, it will work. Maybe. Not absolutely, but it will get attention of photos and she will finally notice the bullying. And it might get also Ira's attention. A poem. Why? What kind of question is that? 'Cause I like them. Oh, really? You like them? You like my poems? What else would I ask? That's... Thank you very much. I mean, yes, of course. I'll write one. Do you want it to be about something or maybe in a specific meter? I have one problem with the set in the Soviet Union. All Yuri in the Soviet Union will become doomed because... Yeah! Yeah, it's obviously doomed Yuri. I mean, in prologue she's literally missing. And there is rumors and... It... Actually... It did have that singing group Tattoo, if you heard about it. It was practically Yuri. It was a designed, forced, fake Yuri to get attention of people. The kind of did survive that. I don't remember if it started in Soviet Union or early Russia, but yeah, that was the thing. And technically, I mean, if they run away, that's not a doomed Yuri. But then, that's just a way to continue with it. I don't care. Anything. Alright, I'll think of something then. I'll try. Yeah, you do that. It's definitely doomed. I can sense the doomed part of it. Here checks her wristwatch. I gotta go. See you around, I guess. Already? Yeah, alright. See you around. She waves her hand and leaves. This is closed city too, and there is social guarding the gates. Yeah, it's a closed city based around research. And I remember some learned about the songs. I don't think they're even allowed to leave the city. I mean, technically you can run away. I mean, technically Ira can be sent away outside the city. So if Asya tries, she can like follow her and stay with her. That's a possibility. She waves her hand and leaves. I watch her walking down the empty corridor. Empty. I really stayed in school for way too long. The shadows stretch along the hallway, tall and dark. My heart is pounding. I should get going too. My life didn't exactly change. I went to school in the same way. I sat for the lessons, then went to the store, then to the library for a walk, and then, when it got dark, I headed home. Asya is like a wet puppy clinging onto Ira as a black cat. Yeah! Yeah! It's like Asya is a poor child that needs some... Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. I like that type of dynamic. It's fun. Day after day. Sometimes my classmates joked around with me. Whenever that happened, my thoughts involuntarily drifted to Ira. She still attended classes. She vanished during breaks. I never asked her to. I kept imagining scenarios in my head. Not just when I was being laughed at. I did it when I was walking home from school, or to the store, or just wandering the streets killing time. I kept thinking about how funny it would be if I bumped into Ira. I thought how interesting it would be if we talked. I even tried to stay out longer. I started to take new routes. And as naive as it was to behave that way, I kept doing it. Okay, so this building, it says Dворец культуры. It's probably a theater or a museum. Oh? Yeah. Hi. What are you doing here? Ira points to her cigarette. Oh no. I mean, what are you doing at the center? Came to return some books. Oh. So you go to the library. What were you reading? Stuff. You don't want to say? You won't like it. Huh? Why not? Eva looks like she's really weighing down the pros and cons of exposing me into her taste in literature. Did you read something she shouldn't? Books? I love books too. I actually read a lot of books. Not just books, I read also manga sometimes. But yeah, I like books. I like mysteries and detectives, and sometimes I really like Russian literature, the old one, like Dostoevsky or Tolstoy or Bulgakov. My favorite is Master and Margarita, Bulgakov. And yeah, I think I read too much books when I was younger. So when I tend to talk to people, I'm like, did you know this book says that? And people are like, you read old books? How boring of you. And like, and then people recommend me with Teenagers Adventures book, and I'm like, I'm not really into that. Sorry. Did you read something she shouldn't? Maybe she thinks it's too dark or crass for someone like me. That's kind of unfair, so isn't it? You know the other big offenders the plague? Bakamas. Never read it. It's about a physician trying to save a town from an epidemic. I love horror and other dark stories. I read Fathers and Sons once when I was in 5th. Oh, that's a good book. I agree. I also love horror and dark stories. But, it's harder for me to find something horror or darky. I think that's why I started to like Edgar Allan Poe out of all things. I like the way he writes the dark variants of fantasy and not fantasy. It's very visceral, but I enjoyed it a lot. Not sure I agree with the message, so... Yeah? What was it? Hold on, I need to drink some water, because my throat is about to die. I don't usually do novels for that long. It was, basically it's that healing is an inherent part of life. As a Stranger is a lot more popular work, also by Camus. I believe Camus. I believe I heard about one of his works. We did that in high school or college or whatever you wanna call that, when for literature, but I don't remember exactly what. You can try wording enough, but it'll never be for good. And even if you do good things in times of crisis, there will always be some greater force back in your guns. Yeah, sounds about right. Huh. I guess there are some okay people in the world, but there's a lot more dirtbags. Really? That's a pretty depressing way to look at it. That's how it is. I don't know if I agree. At least I've never met someone that call it dirtbag. Yeah, serious? Garen's right here, right there. Garen? Well... Yeah, it's true. He isn't that bad. Uh-huh. Really? I don't think he means it. I'm sure everyone is trying the best they can. Most people wouldn't want to cause anyone pain, right? Actually, I think that's something Camus and I can agree on. Yeah, right. If everyone's so nice, where is all that great or evil coming from? You think it's some natural phenomenon? No, of course not. There are things we perceive as painful in the moment. There are really horrible, awful things happening every day. But I don't think it's right to call them evil. Evil's intentional. Most things don't come from bad intentions. Sadness, loneliness, misunderstandings, fear. Just a warning, this game averages at 8 hours per playthrough, not including the dude who played for 108 hours and I'm gonna finish in half an hour because I have some other stuff to do today. I'm very well aware that it's a longer game. Yeah. I was considering to make it 2 parts at least before. But I don't think I will be able to stream the second part because I'm not currently home. I'm in a village that has better internet than my home at the city. And I might not be able to stream again on Twitch or YouTube. So the next part will be recorded and posted on my YouTube channel, I guess. But not evil. There's this famous judge, Dionysius something, from ancient Greece, I think? Oh, Dionysius. Anyway, he said, evil is not a being. For if it were, it wouldn't be totally evil. Evil has no place among being. Okay, so Hitler's not evil. Ouch, but true. That's a rather extreme example, but it's not like he was born that way, was he? Well, that's a questionable thing. Some historians tend to believe that... Yeah, Ira, don't just drop that. Okay, but some historians tend to believe that this fancy German, ex-German, that Hitler used to be born evil, that like there was something wrong with him from the beginning. There are some people that believe that he was born with some mental health issues, like psychopathy or sociopathy, and that's why he turned out to be like this. There are people that believe that he became like this because his parents used to be evil, or because everything, like, the left treated him bad, and because of that he turned out evil, but like, there are multiple ways to understand that. In the end, he still ended up causing, I believe, at least 2 million deaths? Or even 10 million? That I don't remember the exact number, but it was a lot of people dead. That is true, so his dad is real abusive, and his older brother ran away leaving him to face the dead, and he changed his last name to match his mom. Yeah, I heard about that. I mean, it's probably because of his upbringing he turned out to be like this. But also, there is some probably mental health reasons included. That, like, I mean, technically he was... I'm more inclined to believe that it was his upbringing than the mental health. Because he wasn't inherently evil. He was born, his family wasn't the best, that's one. Then he had troubles in law, he had troubles with like school and stuff. And there was the First World War, and he was partaking in it. And he was not happy about that. And we all know what happened to people that went to World War II. We already know what happened to people that like fought in Vietnam or other places. And most people have PTSD. I believe the guy would have gotten PTSD in World War One, at least. And yeah, like obviously the dude wasn't born like this, but he became like this because of the world surrounding him. It was written that he swore not to become like his dad. He became way worse than his dad. Yeah, I mean, he became a politician. He became the guy that led the whole country. So he started a war, technically with Soviet Union, that helped. And it's okay. It's his fault for wanting to start the war and making everything worse. He's been popping painkillers. The anti should be a factor as well. Yeah, it's a drug. Drugs fuck up your minds. I mean, okay, I can't really tell that painkillers are the worst option, but painkillers now are different from painkillers in 1930s. Because different regulations exist. Back then, people would use morphine to kill the pain. Not a cool idea. It fucks up with your head. Tranquilizers are bad, and PTSDs, and the upbringing, and I think the other factor, and that's a history and that's me picking up on details in history. England, or well, Great Britain knew, USA knew what was happening. I mean, there was even like, I believe before the Second World War started officially, he like attacked few more places before everything went downhill. And nobody blinked an eye at that. It's like, people practically enabled him. Like, yeah, let's enable a person that potentially has a PTSD, is acting weird, was in a bad group, and is probably on various types of drugs. Let's enable this guy continuously. Let him take part of Czechoslovakia. Let him take Austria back. Let him take Poland. Let him attack. Oh wait, we can't let him attack France. Hold on, that's a war. And like, the war started the moment he, I believe, attacked either Poland or France. But nevertheless, it was like, he was enabled for a few times. Nobody did anything. Like, okay, USA had this policy of not intervening in everything and closing up from the world because they just arrived 1920s. It was bad for them. But, okay, Soviet Union, they wanted Poland. They were trying to be France. England? Why did you not interfere? Poor Poland. So, yeah, poor Poland. It just suffers. Okay. It's not like he was born that way, was he? I mean, it wasn't his natural quality, I don't think. So, the point still stands. He grew up and became evil as hell. Evil exists. He's freaking everywhere. Just cause there's a reason for it doesn't make it better. Of course not. I just don't like when it's described as something omnipresent. Omni what? It's like, doesn't matter. What I'm trying to say is, we're born with some big evil force inside us. I doubt the universe is any different. Well, actually, and that's a big actually, there is a psychological illness that does technically can be described as being born with something evil. Usually it's assigned to psychopathy. Usually. But like, okay, it's a thin line. Because psychology isn't very... It's a new thing, kind of. And it's hard to just say, yeah, a person can be born evil. Because it's not a big evil force, it just... A person probably doesn't know what what he's doing is bad. Like, sociopaths can't really tell the emotions, and they don't understand that, like, acting the way they sometimes do is bad. Psychopaths don't understand that what they do is bad because they don't know any better, and people are being harsh when they lecture them. It's like, a good example of psychopathy, or at least sociopathy, is Toga from My Hero Academia. Because, like, she wasn't inherently evil, but she was harming things because she thought it was okay. And it's important to put in perspective what the person with psychopathy or sociopathy feels like about it. Because the person might hurt you and have this diagnosis. But it's not necessarily because they want to hurt you, it's because they don't know any better. Yep, okay. What? The universe ain't a person, because it's different. Well, yes, it's not, I know that. But it is a kind of being, right? I mean, since every being is pure by default, it's usually racism or a literal tumor in the brain. I'm not joking. I was read that there was once a man who took a leave to stop himself from stabbing people, and they found a tumor in his brain during the autopsy. Yeah, that's true. It's not just mental health. Tumors, in head especially, can rewire your brain. I heard about that. Like, your brain can be rewired in weird ways, physically, and it just makes you more aggressive. Like, people with dementia will forget their own children and act rash. And sometimes they don't want to hurt you, they just don't remember, don't understand the surroundings. And it's sometimes it's psychology, sometimes it's biology, and it's really hard to work with. Because people cannot inherently be evil, but they can be born with evil tendencies, like mental health or physical health. And it's something that needs to be still studied because it's not researched well enough. So is the universe, because it's the idea of being itself, right? And I'm not making any sense, am I? Sometimes it's both. Yeah, sometimes it's both. You're not. Sorry. It's whatever. About what I'd expect. What does it mean? You are weird. You say weird things. For a second I feel a lump rising in my throat, but then I realize something. Eva doesn't look annoyed with me. In fact, it's like she's not repulsed by me at all. I don't really get it, but it must be nice being able to think that way. Like her reasons go deep down. Like nobody will ever hurt someone on purpose. That's the sweet world you're living in. Being tainted or rose-tinted glasses is a phenomenon that people know about. But as it doesn't have rose-tinted glasses, she's just broken. She's just traumatized. How do you do it? If I were you, I'd be angry as hell. Aren't you pretty angry already? Angrier. Whoa. Even angrier. Yes. I'll be 100 times as pissed. Scary. Yeah, bet. I imagine the hero throwing 100 chairs. 100 chairs flying towards 100 currents. Chairs flying, bow compasses swinging. He is like a bodhisattva. Thousands of hands, however for holding furniture, however for stationery. Oh, we are bringing Asian stuff. It's Buddhism, I believe. A healing chairs and compasses. A halo drawn with a compass. Every new compass draws another halo. 100 times more compasses. 100 times more halos. You are surrounded by 100 halos. We talked for a little while longer. Just idle chatter while she finished her smoke. I told her about some of the books I recently read. My impressions, my interpretations. I'm not exactly used to sharing clothes, so my thoughts come out sitting down and crumple. She keeps listening, so every time I say something, I search Hira's face for signs of boredom. Maybe I'm just not looking long enough, but I can't find anything out of the zone. Oh jeez. I feel so happy on my day. I gotta go. She puts out her cigarette butt. Oh, really? Yeah, plants. I understand. But, some of us sounded kinda interesting. I'll check them out if I don't forget. Really? Please let me know if you do. And, sorry for that stupid philosophy talk. They are flirting, and I love that. It's doomed Yuri, I love that. That one I know too. It's Buddhism for someone reaching a stage where they are sure they want to continue down the path of the Buddhist, but it's depicted as a man with many arms. I heard about that, yeah. I looked into religion for... we did in history religion as knowledge. I kind of know the thing or two, but I'm not that knowledgeable. Yeah. But I do like talking about religion with my friends sometimes. Can you shut up with the freaking apologies? I just said thanks. Sir... Yeah, gives me looks of threatening. I cut myself off. Right. I hope you enjoy them. She nods in approval. Phew. Oh, and the books I read. They were, yes. Angelic. By Anne Golan. And Angelic? That's a romance series? It's historical. It's not just lovey-dovey stuff, you know. I know my mom really likes them. They seem wonderful. I just never got to read them, and I don't really expect it to be into... They're fine! That's so cute. As he's making progress? And you know that book? Cool! I might read that eventually. I'm not that good with romance, so... But I do like the historical romance. It's not like I'm a huge fan or anything. You're not? It's just that... If you want to read something historical or whatever, they're alright. How... Is the book foreshadowing? I don't know the book. But if it is foreshadowing, it's probably gonna hurt. Okay, I'll remember that. Mira looks like she's about to say something else, but then turns in her hands and stops away. See ya. Yes, see you around. Mira disappears down the street. There she goes again. My body leans against her face at all. My legs are weak. I talked. Hira and I really talked. I never would have guessed. It was even nicer than I imagined. And I had no idea. So she likes books like that, huh? Hira likes novels like that. It's so wonderful. It's really, really wonderful. Every new thing I learn about her is more wonderful than the last. I need to meet with her again. I want to talk more. Maybe next time she'll tell me a little more about herself. It kind of feels like I hugged the entire conversation. Now that I think back to it, this was really self-centered of me. Next time I will have to ask Kira more questions. I'll ask her more about the books she likes. Maybe we'll talk about movies? I wonder what her favorites are. Does she also like romance films? That will be cute. I usually prefer detective films, but I really enjoy all kinds of movies. So she wanted to watch something. As is so Lane could but make her more of a wet puppy? Yeah. Yeah. Maybe we could even go to the cinema? That could be so much fun. It's been a long time since I've gone there. I need to see her again. Alrighty. Oh, the music stopped. It's different music. Alright, I'm gonna save here and stop for today. Yeah. I'm gonna stop for today because my throat is about to start dying. And I got some later evening work to do that, yeah. I need to get ready for that. So yeah. Thank you, Marikin, for accompanying for that. I will try to find my internet when I'm home. Oh yeah, no, don't worry, I do hydrate. I drink a lot of tea usually when I read something like this. Thank you for accompanying me. I will try to stream next time. Maybe instead of Z.A.T.O this week I will continue Z.A.T.O. But it's not sure because... yeah... I don't think I will be able to finish that in 2 goes. I will see if I have more free time this week and stream Z.A.T.O. Otherwise, I will probably record it and publish it on my YouTube channel. Sadly, I'm afraid my internet will suffer if I'm gonna return home, and I will probably struggle with streaming. I need to figure that out eventually. Eventually, when my internet isn't gonna like die. Yeah, 8 hours. It's supposed to be 8 hours, but I read slower. I think it can be longer because I saw a few longer streams of a person. I didn't watch the gameplay, the game through, because I wanted to read it first on my own, but yeah. I don't think I'm gonna finish that easily. Thank you, actually. Yeah. Bye-bye. See you maybe if I stream this week again.